Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Kevin O'Leary and I'm the product manager for Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Awesome.
And I just got shot down.
Good one, Tyler. Cool, so for anyone that hasn't been following the project, give us a bit of a top-line overview of it.
Sure, so I mean Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out earlier in March. Off to great success. We've sold over 5 million units worldwide, and so we're obviously very pleased with that. And had great success. We've been releasing pieces of content for players called VIP map packs, and now we're kind of ready to come out with our big digital expansion pack, and that's Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam.
Cool, so what's changed?
You can see obviously in the environment here, we are no longer in a modern day setting. I'm using an old school weapon, an old AK-47, and I'm playing with some teammates here who don't look like, they're in the modern day army. But it's still Battlefield Bad Company 2 at the roots. And so at the end of the day, you're still getting that same great online experience that you're used to in the past. It's just a lot of new settings, weapons, vehicles, all that stuff has changed and been kind of backdated, if you will, not updated, to Vietnam era. So as you can see here, I'm using an old AK-47. We have some of our partner guys around us here. There's quite a few, there's quite a few bad guys around. Oh, finally get down. One of the cool things we've done, as you saw kind of as the opening intro, is we have a bunch of older vehicles. We have 6 of them to be exact. And one of them there, we'll go get it this time again, is my favorite, the Huey helicopter. And of course, Battlefield's always known for, the fantastic online gameplay, but vehicles always make a big part of that. As you saw, there's plenty of destruction still involved. So all those core tenets are still there. There's just a lot of new elements specifically for the Vietnam era. So you can see here I am in the Huey. We're gonna go. Maybe we're gonna go take the fight to the Viet Cong right here. I think I'm playing as. Oh, here we go. We got some.
Somebody doesn't want you to.
Yeah, someone doesn't want me to. So we're gonna come in hot in a second here. We also have a whole bunch of. Nice. There we go. Let my teammates take it out the rest of the way. Woo.
Going from a modern setting to Vietnam, where you are limited by the kind of era-specific stuff that you can put into the game, is that a challenge or an opportunity?
I think it's a little bit of both. You look at it in the terms of the fact is we wanted to make an expansion pack out of this game, and we didn't want it to be just new content and for the sake of content. So it's a really cool experience when you get in there. You look at the numbers and stuff, and you're like, okay, there's new weapons, there's new maps, there's all that new stuff. But at the end of the day, I can still come in here and try and come in there and try and dump a vehicle right on him. Kill this guy down for us. There we go. So at the end of the day, it's a brand new experience, but it still feels like Battlefield. And one of the cool things that we have in the game, you have small things like we talked about the weapons, you have new vehicles. There's 4 new maps, which give you a lot of new area to go in and play around in. But together, it feels like a brand new experience. So you have these great things like, the destruction of the vehicles, but you're getting in there using different weapons, and it really just feels differently. And you get stuff. One of the big things I've taken away is the dense foliage. You can come in and you snipe, and it's very different. You can sit in a big pile of bushes and shoot guys, and no one can really see you. Then you move to a different pile and you shoot them again. And in the modern setting and with the weapons that we have. In the regular version of Bad Company 2, it's not quite the same, so it just opens up slightly new gameplay elements. One of the cool things that we have with Battlefield.com, we have a blog, and we post every time we do a major change or update. We post a lot of those changes, what they are. Slightly tweaking or balancing weapons is a really big thing. Making sure that something seems like it's slightly over or underpowered, you can adjust it, you can tweak them and tune them. And so I think that's one of the big things. If you look even back before the game came out, the betas that we ran, giving people the option to give us feedback on a non-final game and then see those changes in action when they finally load the disc in the tray. I think it's not only rewarding for those players, but it's also very beneficial for everyone in the whole experience. We come out with a game that's already had testing on it in ways like that. So the Battlefield team always has been highly respectful and receptive to the community. So even more so coming in with this title in this game. I think a lot of people are excited about it, and in a lot of ways it's a good nod back to a older game that we may have made a handful of years before.
Yeah. So what are you showing here that's new?
So I mean, everything like we talked about, the setting itself is new. You know, we have the same modes that we've had in Badcoming 2, but this map itself is called Fubai Valley. And so as you can see, as we're talking about like the dense foliage and stuff like that, we have 4 total maps, and there's good variety within those maps themselves as well. So this is just one of the many to show. And you'll recognize it's kind of traditional conquest mode. Oh. So now I'm going to switch to the gunner and see if I can. All right. You can see like the vehicles are still like very centered in the game, trying to take out this Huey helicopter from afar, and now I just overheated my gun. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Oh no! Oh. You can see like those are the great, what we call battlefield moments. Those great classic like archaic elements that you can't really script or you know, try and reenact that. It's going to be really hard, but they're amazing and they're fun. I mean, that's, you know, that's a great piece to have on screen and recorded. So
in terms of tech, obviously wanting to support the game really heavily post-launch.
Yep.
What kind of process was put in place during development to allow for continual update of the title post-launch?
I mean, I think, you know, the first thing you're going to look at is what we did with the VIP map packs, and you know, we rewarded a lot of our loyal customers, the guys that keep coming back, the ones that we know are going to be interested in the game, and we let them know that like, hey, all right, we're going to be giving you guys, you know, revised maps, like different modes that you played. You know, for example, like Nelson Bay was a really cool map that people liked. And we opened it up to a different mode that you can now try it in a different scenario. And obviously, you know, the difference between Conquest or Squad Deathmatch or Rush, there's, you know, we make different modes for a reason, and so give people a good reason to come back and try new stuff. It's coming out on all 3 platforms that we support, so PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. And you'll be looking out for it later this winter.